morning, friends and family.
It looks great.
We're gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the joining of two hearts, the joining of Noah Magnifico and Julie Meyer in marriage.
That's all right.
For them, out of the routine of ordinary life, the extraordinary has happened. They met each other, fell in love, and are finalizing it with their wedding today. Jekyll Island is a special place for Noah and Julie. In addition to the beauty and magic of Jekyll, it holds a special place in their relationship. Julie first visited to Jekyll Island in May 2014 for Noah's 40th birthday weekend. Noah was excited to spend his birthday at a place special to him and his family. That weekend, Noah surprised Julie by proposing on the beach at sunset. Julie was completely surprised, blindsided, speechless, and elated.
Says a lot.
Which is a funny story in itself, except Noah had been telling her for several months that he planned to propose later in October. And she was upset with him because she could just not believe that he was telling her exactly when it was going to happen. Noah and Julie share love of the beach, the ocean, and would love to move close to the Gulf Coast of Florida someday. Romance is fun, but true love is something far more, and it is their desire to love each other for life, and that is what we are celebrating here today. A good marriage must be created. Noah and Julie are both outgoing, energetic, talkative, and make friends wherever they go. They are both very passionate about what they do and careers that they love. They value family and agree that family is important. They know how important photography is, forever capturing moments in time for people. Julie was always the person in her family that would demand they stop and take a picture together. It is truly fitting that she would end up marrying a photographer. Just as they are key elements to capturing and creating that perfect photo, the rules of a marriage have guidelines.
Don't be nervous.
In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. The rules of thirds applies. Those of you that are photographers will understand this. Let the most important elements of happiness be the points at which your interest, passion, and souls intersect. Let the rest of the space hold mystery and joy. It is standing together and facing the world, even if you share differences. Noah doesn't use an alarm clock or drink coffee. Julie must have both of those things in the morning, non-negotiable. Coffee, 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 as Noah says. Noah can sleep anywhere and through anything. Julie must have a cozy bed and complete silence. Sleep 5 hours and Noah says he's good to go. For Julie, less than 8 hours, it's not pretty. Noah approaches life with a let's just see and how the day progresses mantra, whereas Julie is a plan in advance person. Noah's a dog person versus Julie a cat person. Let the differences be the balance between the elements of the composition.
No.
Marriage, like a photo that draws you in,
Is it good?
is
Yeah.
about the leading lines. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and move forward. Having a solid background to hold your love and frame and remain the viewpoint of what is important and what will keep you focused on each other in spite of life's distractions. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow, adding depth to the photo without losing the common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right person, it is being the right partner, framing two people into one impactful relationship full of color, diversity, balance, depth, leading lines, and always keeping the viewpoint of what is best for each other as you build a life together. And lastly, frame your love with the little moments and crop out the rest of the little things that don't matter. Noah and Julie would like to exchange their personal vows. Take a deep breath.
Take your time.
Noah, my favorite. Today is finally here. The day we become husband and wife. Today we stand on this beautiful beach in front of the people we love most to begin our forever together. When we first met, you told me you had, quote, been married more than 600 times. It was probably a good thing that right after saying that, you quickly followed the comment by explaining you're a wedding photographer, and that's why you've been to so many weddings. In that time, you've experienced just about every part of a wedding there is, except this part right now, where you stand as the groom. It's crazy to think that we are here today as a result of a completely unplanned meeting at a networking event. That unexpected chance meeting 3.5 years ago has led us to so many amazing moments and adventures together, and ultimately brought us to this moment right now. Searching through the last 3.5 years of journal entries, texts, and letters, I ended up finding the perfect words for today in a text message that you sent to me. October 29th, 2013. Since meeting you, my life has changed exponentially. Such a word that you would use too. I am really quite honored and blessed to have you. I think about how wonderful our relationship is on a daily basis. I really look forward to seeing you and spending time with you. I can only imagine what the next year and future has in store for us. If it only gets better from here, we are both in for quite a ride. And you were so right. What a ride it's been. Because of you, words like amazing and fantastic are part of my everyday vocabulary. We've shared so many firsts with each other. My first front row seat at a concert, your first rave, your first trip to the villa in Venice, and my first trip to Jekyll Island for your 40th birthday. Guess there's no doubt about how old Noah is after today. When you gave me the surprise of my life by proposing on the beach at sunset. You've shown me how to find joy and have a great time while doing even the most common everyday things. And I know life is not perfect, and our relationship isn't either, but we are perfect for each other. Some of our best times we've had together have been as a result of the most imperfect situations. Like our first trip to Florida together when we arrived at the villa and the air conditioning was completely broken. We ended up staying at my grandmother's 90-year-old neighbor's house in her guest room with twin beds for the entire trip. We had the best time with her, and she became a good friend after that. I also remember that when you shared the story with your mom, she commented that it was a good test for our relationship, which I think we passed with flying colors. Or your first ride on my mom's jet ski at Smith Mountain Lake. When we caught something in the jet and had to go 2 miles an hour for the rest of the ride back to my mom's cove. You swore I had done it on purpose so our time together could last longer. I know I can be cranky and a bit difficult sometimes, and even kind of a jerk face. But you love me anyway. And I realize how fortunate we are to have found each other. I promise to love and support you with my whole heart, and I trust you completely with mine. I will always stand beside you and honor the commitment we have made in both amazing times and difficult times. I promise to be your biggest fan and your most enthusiastic supporter, even when we are at odds with one another and don't see eye to eye. I promise to be your business manager and listen to all your unique ideas and out-of-the-box thinking, and to be the most charming lighting assistant that any photographer could hope for. Lastly, I promise to always provide you with fashion advice, because regardless of the occasion, camouflage and stripes do not match.
My favorite.
You are my best friend, most trusted advisor, and the love of my life, all wrapped up into the cutest boy I've ever known. In short, I think you're the cat's pajamas. We are truly greater together, and being with you has made me the best version of myself I've ever been. I'm honored to make this commitment to you today. We have had such adventures together, and being your wife is going to be the most fantastic adventure of them all.
All right, I can't match that. So, Julie. Much harder to do. I have waited a lifetime to meet you. And I always knew it was there. I just couldn't see it. It took me a lot longer than I thought to get there. Your family's amazing. I have enjoyed meeting each one of them. And it's fun to mesh the two families together. This weekend has been a ton of fun. And I mentioned to you earlier that I wish it could be a week instead of a weekend, because it's so fun to have everyone together. Since doing 650 plus weddings, I was afraid I was going to lose something. And what's funny is that I haven't lost anything. It's just as special and more amazing than anything I've ever done. I remember the times that we have spent together, and we have had some pretty amazing times. It's disappointing that someone like Chinny can't be with us, and others. But it has been an amazing ride, and I think that what's amazing to me is that it's really just the beginning. It's really just the beginning. Gosh, this is tough. You're amazing. You look fantastic.
Thank you
True.
very much.
And it's wonderful to have all our friends and family here today to share it with us.
Yes.
I give you everything that I am, that I will become, and that I want to become, because I am a better person with you. I love you.
You too.
Noah, Julie, I ask that you always treat yourself and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you here together today. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your marriage deserves. When frustration and difficulty assail your marriage, as they do in every relationship, at one time or another, focus on what seems right between you and not the parts that seem wrong. This way, when the clouds of trouble hide the sun in your lives and you lose sight of it for a moment, you can remember that the sun is still there. And each of you will take responsibility for the quality of your life together. It will be marked by abundance and happiness. Noah, do you take Julie to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, to honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
Julie, do you take Noah to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others and holding only unto him forevermore?
Absolutely, I do.
Who has the rings?
He does too.
Thank you, John.
The ring is a symbol of is the symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning, it has no end. No giver and no receiver. For each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken. God bless these rings and this marriage. Noah, repeat after me. I, Noah, take thee, Julie,
I, Noah, take thee, Julie,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold in sickness and in health,
to have and to hold, in sickness and in health,
for richer or poor,
for richer or for poor,
in joy and sorrow.
in joy and sorrow.
And I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my wife
I take you as my wife
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Julie, repeat after me. I, Julie, take thee, Noah,
I, Julie, take thee, Noah,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold in sickness and in health,
to have and to hold in sickness and in health,
for richer or poor,
for richer or poor,
in joy and sorrow.
in joy and sorrow.
And I promise my love to you.
And I promise my love to you.
And with this ring, I take you as my husband.
And with this ring,
I
take you
which would
as my husband
For as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Okay? To make your relationship work will take love. This is the core of your marriage and why you are here today. It will take trust to know that in your hearts you truly want what is best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another and learn and grow together. It will take faith to go forward together without knowing exactly what the future brings. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both have pledged here today. By the power vested in me and the state of Georgia, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss your bride.
All right.
one more.
Turn and face. I would like to introduce the happy couple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are we gonna?
I think we are.
All right.
Just dip me in the bowl.